I want to welcome you to Dream Chasers Radio with me, your host, Yaya Diamond. What's up, peoples? How you doing? It is a great day. Oh, definitely a great day. You know what? We're on an author marathon. I have another author on the show. I'm so excited because she is just so bubbly and just so full of life and so ready to tackle the next thing. And I'm so excited for her. She says, she's like, I forgot about this book I just wrote. Life on Pause is what we're going to be talking about today. Welcome to the show, Luciana, right? Lucia.
Yes, correct.
Lucia. I'm very bad with last names, so it's a
Yeah,
Pops Love.
I told that to my father too, like
Yeah.
that name. Okay, I'll help you
I
out.
can't. I'm glad I'm not the only one, okay?
I'll help you with that. It's spelling goes like Popelasova,
Okay.
pronunciation, but
Okay.
we can stick with Lucia.
Lucia is good for me. Great, great. All right. Lucia, tell me about yourself.
Well, I thought we were talking about the book today.
We are. I mean, but you know what? We got to get to know the author. Got to
Oh,
get to know the author.
about me, I can always start with the most important thing to me. I am a mom.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, that's when you will, ask me that question, that is the only thing that I can really truly answer. But anything else, I am probably everything else. I can be. Um, yeah, because how life did take, turns and twists. It's just I am really lately asking to be more open to everything good that is coming into my life and just put more hard work, because lazy days are very easy to take it, right? But then one person is coming with this is not working, that is not working. Oh my gosh, so well, what can I say? I'm just very thankful every day for my almost 17-year-old son and my closest people around me, my family, which I connected even today, and
I got you. I got
I don't
you.
know how much I can reveal, from my personal
Of
life.
course.
But,
Yeah.
definitely, I am working in many fields and I'm trying to slow down, because somehow life is showing me there are probably two more important things to follow if we're talking about that dream chasing.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I don't know, like sometimes you might have a certain dream, but sometimes you might be walking through those dreams, by basically finding the ways.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. You definitely have to find your way through and definitely have to pause, life on pause, and see what is more important. So, I mean, being a mom, that's like a 24/7 job. And he's
no, it's a lot.
17.
It is.
Yeah. And he's 17, right?
He's gonna be 17.
Oh.
He's the probably biggest critic of mine. So
it's
yeah, but
it's precious to be a mom. It's really precious. And as they get older, your role changes. It doesn't negate the fact that you're still a mom. It's just like now you have to really start thinking about yourself. And
no,
and
you have to always think about yourself, because otherwise you're losing yourself. Like I actually wrote that book when my life was in worse mess than it is now.
wow.
I walk away from marriage and I was having 10-year-old. We move ourselves from house which he was having as a home for all those 10 years, and just relocation and just a smaller place and rebuilding everything. But uh, it was always on my mind. There was something that I started and I just need to get it off my shoulders. And I was like, okay, what can I do? Because it was just a process of maybe almost 5 years to go 5 minutes in between job and picking him up, taking him to activity and so on. And I'm like, I'm done with that. And my friend is like, no, you know what? Just continue. Like, I know the author. I forgot the name. I'm sorry. I know the author, and like the text doesn't even, continue. I'm like, does that make any sense? And she's like, well, I guess that author was very busy, and just continue to just finish. I'm like, I'm not gonna do that. So that was the time when I said, okay, now this is the time. And I took few overnight, just really all the food that I could have and drinks and so on, just to keep me going throughout the night. And I just it finished. And
Wow.
But it just happened so fast, everything, while I was being involved in other stuff for my business, and I didn't pay attention to that. So I first on a click publisher, kind of like whatever, like I don't know anything else anyway, right? So I have to start somehow. And then I was like, okay, my friend, she was living in Italy at that time, and she's like, hey, I see your book is on Amazon there. I'm like, oh, good to know. And I just received next day first print, which I was just going through it. So I'm like, I'm done with that. So, but I just told to my parents today, I think so amazing, no matter how many mistakes we will make. And when it's something so strong and pulling us to do it, then just keep going.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, definitely.
pushing through it. There is no shortcut, there is no easy way. And you just have to be thankful for people who step into your life.
Yeah, definitely. There is no shortcut. That you're so right. There is no shortcuts. There's no easy ways. You just have to do it. You just definitely just have to do it. So you pulled an all-nighter to write this book.
3
all-nighters.
At 6 a.m. I was up. I always cook every day. So I cook lunch for him. I make breakfast for him. I shuffle him in his car, because that was 2 more years that I was driving him 30 minutes to his previous school to just finish with his friends and back, and to activities and to jobs. And it was just non-stopping, but it was so strong for some reason to get it done. And it's surprising me, because I was always more like sporty person. I was more like, that physical or painting. I never thought that it's gonna be this happening for me, taking the pen. And actually you can call me cave woman if that last name is not good, because that's how I write my book.
Oh, wow.
I look at the notes. I put down even the songs, which I was listening overnight to keep me in that mood, So yeah, and do you think I changed? Second book is written. My son said, Mom,
Wow.
seriously, you really need to do changes. And I'm like, okay.
But it is what it is. I mean, if that's the way it comes, then that's the way it comes.
Well, the thing was, in a car, I wasn't having at a time connection. I wasn't thinking about doing something on a cell phone, and so there was 5 minutes there, 4 minutes there. So what you will do, if you've got some idea, then, you open it up, the paper is there, and you write. So that was the first thing. But then, okay, Lucia, could you send us the copy and this and that? I'm like, oh gosh. Then I knew what is coming. Sitting and rewriting.
Sit down and you gotta type it. Yep.
But yeah, that was that hard work.
Yeah, but I mean, you know what? Sometimes, things come to different people different ways, and that's just the way it is. And it's hard work, but this is the way it is, and this is the way it comes.
That is what I said to somebody who I met just recently about we're dealing with properties, and so it's different dream,
right?
And, or just me happening into being it. And so when I had conversation, and it was interesting to see how things are happening for that person, and then I said, for everybody is happening everything different way.
Yeah,
just about the reactions what we have on it, and what we're doing with it, because with that second book, it's just sitting there, and it's like it's not going to get finished on its own, right? So
nope.
Yeah, and I know it's coming to me the way that I need to put that hard work in it.
Yeah, definitely. I hear you. Wow. So tell me about Life on Pause, because you literally paused for 3 nights to write that book.
Well, I paused for more time because I was chasing that other reality with the property thing. And so I said, I cannot put together something good. And I wasn't focused on to add more pages or, whatever. I just wanted to really get the story. There was something that made me to start writing. And I wanted to finish the way that you're starting to read, and you wanted to keep reading till you're done. Not to get bored, not to get like, oh my gosh, 200 more pages to go. No. So It just thanks to my aunt, maybe if that book is ending on that more positive vibe. Otherwise, I will be going like all the way down because where I was there. But she's like, no, no, no. People need good, happy ending. I'm like, come on, you're reading the crime stuff, like. So, yeah, that pause was basically when that main person did hit the point in a life that when you're so exhausted and you're done and your body physically everything is shutting down, so she did pause. And we all have, I think so, in us that shutting off the button. And when we can't it's that's that pause. But it was interesting, like I'm saying, starting to write that book was I was just thinking about that because I've heard like, I can get you the questions that you will be interviewed. I'm like, no, no, no. Like, I rather reacted, how it's going. And then that one question pop in, like, what was the reason that you write a book? I'm like, gosh, do we have to have reasons for everything?
Not really.
But then I realized that maybe at that time I was really like so just focused on the property thing and my son and just keep going, that the thing which I experienced, it happened for one couple. And I was like, I wanted to share something and, something was bothering me. So I said like, there is always need for that at least one person to step into your life or that one single thought, to get you to keep going.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, I'm gonna just grab that paper and write.
There you go. There you go. Wow. And I don't think you really need a reason to write more than a motivation to write. It's more like, hey, I have this thing in my head. I have to get it on paper. And then the next thing you know, it just turns into something. Sometimes it doesn't, sometimes it does. But you don't need a reason. You just need motivation. And I think that when people are motivated, they get lots of things done. So thank you for that book, Life on Pause. I like that. I like the title. So tell me about this. You got Life on Pause. You got the whole thing going out. You got another book you're in process on writing. What is your main goal when people read your books? What do you want them to take away?
Well, first, I just wanted to make that book for my closest one. But then the goal was, okay, I'll share more. I'll share more, and so I wasn't really having goal, just like, I think so goals are always changing based on where you are at in your life, what is your actual reality. Like, even with those properties, it's always, you start with some kind of thinking, but then you're reacting where you're going. And with that book or the second book, I am more favored in that second book, but like I thought that I will just share with few people and so on. And I said, it will be awesome to, I love movies and like, it will be awesome when some movie will be based on this, or at least some thoughts use it, So I think so. I am not calling that a goal, but it will be nice. That is something that if I will stop all the madness that I'm doing, all the chaos, that I'm involved, that I will probably push my almighty, power into pushing towards that. And right now I am trying to work with my close person now, which I trust and lean on about that book, and we'll see how far we will go.
Nice. Nice. Yeah. I mean, and you're right. People's goals, they do change. And that's why I named this place, and this podcast, Dream Chasers Radio, because I've known so many people that have done one thing in their lifetime. And then towards the end, they've accomplished everything they've wanted to accomplish. And now they're starting over with something new because they've always wanted to do this. So I don't think the dream chasers aspect of it stops. I just think the subject stops and changes. And so that's just amazing. I love that. But I love the name Life on Pause. You have to tell me how you came up with that.
It could be posted because there were those posted stickers with the notes. But I think so. Like some people are getting different idea about posing that life, and I'm like, oh gosh, maybe I should really switch to that posted, But that was the first thing that it came on my mind, life unposed, and it's really like probably about that when you can do a thing, just really pause it because it's okay. It's okay to fall apart.
Wow. Wow. It's okay to fall apart.
It is. Because there is always that person who got your back. And it doesn't matter if it's child, if it's somebody from family, or it's a friend or stranger on a street. There is always someone who will step and get you that start.
Wow. So this book, I wanted to ask you, ultimately, does this book help people see that falling apart is okay as long as you pull yourself back together again?
Yes.
Awesome.
And even personally, when I have some situation like this and I want to change, I want to be not that, like you said, bubbly and happy and so on. I want to be tough and business and like strict, but then one person said to me, no, we want you to stay the way as you are, we don't want you to change. And that makes me realize it's okay to fall apart, because till you're staying true to yourself and who you are, it's okay.
Wow. Well, wow. Lucia, thank you so much. Lucia, I mean, a lot of people needed to hear that. It is okay to fall apart. Put your life on pause so you can pull yourself back together again. That book is going to be in our book club, as well as we will have all of the information for Amazon where you can get this book in the description box below. Lucia, thank you so much, man. I tell you, that's a big word right there. That's a big word. You guys, if you're falling apart, it's okay. It's okay. Go ahead and check that book out for yourself and see how Lucia is putting her life right back together again. And she's got another book she's writing, so hopefully she'll come back and visit us again.
It is fun. It is fun reading. And actually, just tell something from it. The title will be While You Were Dating.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually with a male as a main person. Little
Nice. Ooh, okay. All right. I got you. So thank you again, Lucia, for being on the show. And thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. We love to answer your questions and your comments. And we love to see when people are interacting with us. So please do. And until next time, guys, don't forget to dare to be different. Bye.